Hi, hope you can hear me okay. It feels a bit strange doing a live. I haven't done one for a while. Well, 2 weeks, is it? So it feels a bit strange. I forgot to do the Zoom thing, so it's just on YouTube. Yeah, so I'm a little bit earlier than advertised. I was going to go on live at 4. I tried to potter and do other things, but I was ready earlier than what I thought I would be. Well, no, I was earlier than I had said I would do the stream, and so I've decided to change it and to not do lives anymore and to just do videos. It's more suitable for me to record when I can. So I'm gonna change up again and do it differently. So yeah, but I will try to do them weekly at random times. And if people want me to do a live, then they can email me, and if enough people want it, I will do a live. Maybe once a month or something. I could do a live. But yeah, I think it's time for a change. I think so. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm a bit early, but yeah. It's a bit unfair, I think, to be early when I haven't advertised that, so I apologise. Maybe I should share the link or something. I think I get more views anyway after I've done the recording, so I don't think it matters that much, to be honest. Not many people join the live anyway, so I don't think it will be that consequential if I don't do the live and do a recording instead. But as usual, you're more than welcome to send questions in. I can incorporate them into the video that I make. Where do I write it? Where do I write it? Where do I write it? Oh, switch. So there's no rush, there's no hurry. I'm early, so you can take a chili. Live a little early. Oh no, I shouldn't put that in. I didn't mean to do that. How do I undo that? Can I undo that? Oh, I'll leave it. I'll leave it. There. Google Docs. Why is it showing? Let's copy the right thing. Yeah, YouTube copy. I'm not sure why it pasted. No, it has done that. That is bizarre. It's coming up as account google.com. Sign in. Okay, let me just try and delete that and put it in again. Maybe it's because I've copied the actual my I've copied my YouTube thing. I'm sure I always used to do that. Maybe it's changed. Okay, I'll look for the actual YouTube share link, which is here. Dissolve. Copy video link. Go to Facebook. Paste that in. Is it doing it? ... Yes, like magic. Okay, post on Facebook. Let me log off. Oh, still posting. Post. Log out. Okay. Back to YouTube. So yeah, so I'll be doing videos as opposed to doing lives. This lock isn't lying down. Sticking up. So yeah, hi, welcome to the early stream. So we'll go straight into the title, which is, I can't remember how you do this now. It's so bizarre. I haven't done YouTube for a while. Is it edit? Edit. Yeah, okay. Where is freedom? So this, I think, is a really wonderful question to ask. Where is freedom? Where is freedom? Because I feel like non-duality is talking about freedom. Where is freedom? It's pointing out where freedom isn't. And by doing that, it, like by default, it reveals or exposes where freedom is. You could replace the word freedom with love, peace, happiness, contentment, joy. Who you are. And it really is a fundamental question. Another reason why I'm going to do videos as opposed to doing a live each week, because in the week things come up to speak about, but I don't have, not the time, but it isn't the stream time, so I can't talk about it. And then when Thursday comes, it's gone. I can't remember what it was. I just remembered briefly one of the things that happened this week was about children and how, yes, children begin to suffer as that identification happens, as that losing of that beginning of becoming human. There's this beginning of this suffering that happens. So yes, this is a profound question. Where is freedom for everybody, children, adults, everybody, every nationality, every social, professional, everyone. And it's such a simple question as well. It's a fundamental one, important one, but also a very simple question. I think the simplicity of it can be off-putting. It can be off-putting if you're older, maybe, because you've invested so much in looking for it elsewhere, education, job, relationships, etc. And so it can be like really simple and too simple. The build-up of that seeking energy, that seeking for finding it in time, in things, it can seem a bit frivolous or insignificant to begin to question this simple thing. And maybe for younger people, children, maybe it can seem scary. Yeah, I think scary comes up. But I think in either way, whether you're older or younger, there can be a resonance with it. There can be something that is touched in hearing that question, in hearing this subject. Like a knowing of it is sparked. And that spark, that interest may or may not develop into serious inquiry, serious interest, but it will be sparked and it will be there. And who knows what will happen? Who knows the outcome of that? But here we're talking about this subject, where is freedom? And if you're watching this video, then I assume that there is that interest in that question. Hello, I'm out. I'm here. So I'm right near the toilet, so my daughter needed the toilet, so I had to mute while she was on the toilet. The fan should go off in a minute. The extractor fan's just blowing. So yeah, this is we're here to look at that, I suppose, look at that, to express that, resonate that. Okay, the fan has stopped. So, where is freedom? It's in the most obvious place, but it's too obvious, it's too simple, it's too easy, it's too already. It's too all-encompassing. For language. So, in other words, for intellect. Now, normally, usually, we as humans are predominantly identified with our thinking mind. So our thinking mind is what is the predominant thing when we're planning, thinking about things, assessing situations. It's this chattering mind that is a useful tool for our. There's nothing wrong with the mind. It develops as we're young, and it gets stronger and more complex and able to be more abstractive and think of things that aren't actually happening, aren't actually present. And it's useful, it's creative. And so coming to this kind of subject, there's still that tendency to be identified with that intellectual aspects of consciousness, of being, this part of the experience that's mental or in abstractional, the mind thinking. And so that's still functioning, and we're imagining that what's being spoken about, this simplicity of non-duality that's being spoken about, is somehow imbued in that realm of things. So you can think about it, you can work something out, you can understand it, you can get a solution to your other problems through it. You can achieve something through it, find peace, happiness, freedom through this intellectual aspect, this mental aspect. So it picks up all these ideas, whether it be about other educational things or about non-duality, and it's trying to make sense of things and trying to solve problems and make things much more survivable and enjoyable. So it's a natural tool, a natural functioning. But what I'm trying to point out is what's being spoken about in non-duality that has nothing to do with that. It's too simple for that complexity. That complexity of you, me, the world, other, this, that, this, the abstraction, the there, here. It's not nothing to do with any of that. It's beyond that. It's before that. It's primary to any of that. So it's not like you can learn what's being spoken about here. You can learn aspects of it. You can learn about the mind, you can learn about all different kinds of things, really. You can learn about it, but you can't actually learn this. Which can feel disappointing or frustrating to the mind. Because it has so much belief and hope in it that what it thinks, what it works out, what it believes means something. Its ideas and understandings actually mean something and are going to take it somewhere. Maybe there's a feeling of that. This investment in the mental aspect and what it can produce and work out and arrive at and understand. Maybe there can be felt this discomfort at just this, at just what's happening. The discomfort at not being able to get anywhere. Oh, Victoria. Okay, sorry about that. Again, now the fans go. The extractor fans go. I would do a stream near the toilet, wouldn't I? Oh. No, shut the other one. Thank you. Oh God, I've lost what I was even talking about. So where is where is the freedom? Where is the freedom? Yes. In this, the freedom is in this. Just simply in this. Simply in this. And the reason why I'm saying simply in this, even though I know it isn't simply, because of the identification with the thinking and the avoiding of the feeling and the avoiding the experience. But I say simply because this can't be like manufactured or hidden, or it is. So it's constantly what is. It's constantly available. It's constantly free. It's the natural reality of this. So it's simply this. It's simply what is. You don't need to add something to it, or take something away, or buy something, or earn something, or deserve something, or work towards something. This is the natural reality, the natural nature of life, of existence. And so that's what it's coming back to this, what is naturally here, what is naturally happening, what naturally is. And I feel like maybe because we have so much available to us now, and there's so much you can do now, so many options, so many choices, so much variety. I can see how the mind would be really like, got so much to like try out, so much to work with and explore. And that's wonderful. It's a great thing. We have the internet and so much information coming out, and it's really beautiful, really beautiful on one side of things. But on the other side, it can be more overwhelming, give us more of the illusion. Okay, knocking on the wall. Who's that?
Hey.
Oh, you've toilet again. Um, yeah, there's so much. So the activity is more, possibly. The opportunity to avoid is more, is what I mean. Like there's more to do that you could do or think about. Like if you think back to images are coming of like civilizations or times where we didn't have that much. So sitting in like one room and no TV and, you know, no internet, definitely no internet. So no phones, and there's less of a opportunity to avoid what you're feeling or what's happening. There's more connection to what is happening, less mental stimulation. And this isn't to say or promote trying to cut out everything, cut out, you know, activity. I'm not saying that. And what I'm talking about or pointing to is, where is freedom? Where is peace? Where is happiness? Where is freedom? A simple, simple question. A lot of suffering can be removed by knowing where freedom is, or by knowing where it's not. I've just seen that picture above this tree here. That isn't my teacher, although yeah, maybe it is my teacher as well. But it just happens to be there. It's not. It wasn't. Same with the trees. They're just here. I've not placed them strategically to be a spiritual teacher, and my guru is up there. That wasn't intentional. Although, I mean, what a lovely teacher. So, not quite sure if there's more to say on that, really. If you have any questions, and you can write them in the chat. I haven't got Zoom on today, so you can't do Zoom, but you can do the chat. I suppose you could do a Skype if you have Skype. It's a really energetic collapse. So when I say knowing where freedom is or where it isn't, it's not so much an intellectual knowing. Of course, that has to come. Well, that comes first often, to know where it is in terms of where it's not intellectually. But then that's not going to be enough. That's not going to be enough. But when there's a big thing happening, a big emotional response, or a big trauma response, or a big experience with other people happening, to intellectually know where freedom is isn't going to be sufficient. You'll be attempting to plaster on these thoughts quickly of where freedom is and where it isn't, and that isn't what is going to work for one, and it isn't what's being spoken about. So initially, yes, that will happen. The mind will produce, non-duality type thinking to help alleviate difficulties, suffering, pain. But this is what's being spoken about, is really a deep, energetic, you could say, collapse or expansion, like it's a dropping, a disappearing into everything. And so therefore it's not a rational, logical conversation being had. It's more of an energetical conversation being had. So when there's an asking of a question, for example, it may have lots of mental, conceptual stuff in it from the mind, but there's also an energetical, emotional component to it. And when the answer or response comes, there's this mental part, of course, making sense on that level, but then there's also this energetical, stronger, resonant part as well. And so it may not make sense sometimes and be logical, but and the mind can fight with that and be confused by that and be, resistant to that. And there will be an emotional component to that resistance as well. So it really is not just a head mental thing. It really is an embodied, energetical conversation or experience. Yeah. And that isn't what you may prepare for when you first get into this subject. Yeah. When this subject appears, it's very different. The ideas you may have about it, the ideas you may have about awakening or spirituality or whatever, it's radically different to what this is revealing. Just thinking back, I was thinking about how I was struggling a lot with fitting in. How do I do human, and lots of issues around not being able to fit in, and I'm different to other people. I don't know why, and why I found things. And I was like, I'm actually autistic, and but I had no idea. I was led to non-duality, and this is what presented itself. And so yeah, the ideas that I had were not what was. I wanted to go home, a sense of going home, because it was too hard here. It was too hard being alive. It was too hard being, alive. And yeah, just the ideas you have, and then, oh yeah. But what you thought was missing, what you felt was missing, was never true. It's this playing out of someone, having this independent, private experience. I mean, that's so effing amazing that is possible. There are like how many 8 billion people, humans, and having this like narrative and this experience as being an individual, separate person. That's so far out, amazing, beautiful, and creative. So amazing. Each one different and unique in the conditioning of the body, in the experience of where it grows up, the family it's experiencing. So creative, so beautiful. With its own story. And all of that is happening in this one, not one energy. All of that is one energy, one thing, not thing. Appearing as, giving the impression of division, individuality. And that's not a mistake or to be corrected. That's creativity. It's amazing. That's like, what? But ultimately, like, it's not true. It's not happening. It's happening. It's appearing. So it's happening, but it's not the truth of things. It's not the truth of the experience. Like a flavor coming out. So you have a pot of dinner on the stove, and then these smells these smells are coming out, these like smoky smells, and each, it's like it's a terrible analogy, but it just came to mind, a pot on the stove, and it seems these smoky individual experiences seem to be happening, but the pot is here, the meal is here, and it's unaffected. It's like it's whole, it's here, So beautiful. That's that terrible analogy, I know, but it's what came. I'm hungry, I think, actually, as well. Thinking of food. Yeah. Yeah, now hunger's here. I have to go and fulfill the hunger. So, yeah, thank you so much. It's been lovely to share and speak on this. If you missed the start, I was saying about going back to doing videos as opposed to doing the stream. Just doing videos when I can, when the inspiration comes to make a video, rather than doing these set streams. But if people wanted to do a stream, they could let me know, and I can arrange maybe once a month or something to do a live stream. Yeah. Also, you can send questions and I can answer through video as well. So yeah, we can try that for a while and see how that feels. Yeah, I really appreciate being able to share this passion. So yeah, lots of love. Speak soon. Bye.